This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Wait, that wide, 80! Come on. You better help him. Check three. Regular.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's got some space here. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. Check 20. Hey, ball 66.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looking long for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, 22. Stay 50.
Back to throw. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They can't hang with us. 59.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 36.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Lions first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. 32. Here we go. 56 to Mike, boys. 50. 22. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Remember, Prater has hit from 64 earlier in his career. This one not quite as long, but good from distance nonetheless. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
On second down, Kamara. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. It's a big play there for the Saints. 41 yards. Our first update now comes from Atlanta, and the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got room. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. About 3 yards there to the 27.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Lions' 27-yard line.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. These two teams all tied after 1.
Wait, 20. Alpha. Heavy on the edges. Hey, high 7. 51, Mike, 51. It's been a long day for you. 51's the mic, 51's the mic. I'm scared. Check. Lucky. 25, check 25, check 25. 72.
From the 27, Brady. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Joker.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to go down again. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Now they try the right side here. Pushing through the contact. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them the first.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Check, 20. Check, 47. Check tight.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
And the Lions 1st down.
So first and 10 now from the 30. And again this time to the tailback. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. In for the score. And the Lions have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 10-3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Rap. Motion. Both the mic.
Shotgun now for Brady. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Smooth. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Hey, come on, no. Wide. 50.
Operating from the gun. Brady. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, check 31. Hey, Alabama.
Now Brady again. And Thomas has it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 19.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
At 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. Y'all not ready.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The kick by Lutz is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Let's go, baby.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
White. And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the 43-yard line.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Sugar! Hey, Haywood!
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test.
A throw for Golladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Wait, that. Ready? 51. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check. Don't stand it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go for the 40. Here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Golladay. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they will go for it. Stafford. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Zebra, go here.
Play action. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Hey, Alabama.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
We got this.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. Then when she meant...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That'll be complete to Cook. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Get that ball. 36, 36.
Hey, Alabama.
Kill.
Kamara trying again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So here we go on a third and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. His 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw is Stafford. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing again on second and 10. Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Brings up second and 5 at the 16-yard line.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run it again with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw is Brady. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When we talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Wait, set. Ready? Hey, goal 66.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. In on the tackle, Jalen Reeves-Maybin. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Sponge.
Check it.
No. Check 4.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Go.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. I got you, son. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Get in the weight room. Watch out. Undercrush. Check. Hot route. Hot. Back's mine. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. 72.
Back to throw. Brady. Being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. The 40. He's at the 30. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
Hey, 250. No getting on this defense. No getting.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Incomplete. Marcus Williams on coverage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Stafford. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
T.J. Hawkinson, incomplete. Marshall Lattimore there defensively.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
One set, eyes up, one set.
Set. 260.
56. Yeah, let's get sandwich.
32.
One last throw here for Stafford. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Try to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Saints, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week.